made some timely plays, timely shots. So give them credit on the win.
Chris, it got a little, I don't know, chippy, emotional, however you want to label it there at the end. Just how do you think your guys handled that when the game sort of got into that mode?
You know, I think we can handle it better. You know, I think that was accumulation of probably some frustration for a variety of reasons. I thought the game was really physical for the bulk of the game, and when it's that physical, those things tend to happen. So I think both teams probably look at it and probably would say they can handle it better.
Too physical, Chris?
You know, I think I'll have to go back and look at it. You know, I thought that, you know, the last play of the half was a significant one where it was just a guy got plowed. But if it's that kind of a game and it's that physical, then that's how you got to, you know, how you got to play. And ultimately, I think if it's going to be, that's the way the game's going to be called, then we have to raise our physicality.
Chris, you got off to a good offensive start, and then defensively, it seemed like their length really started to bother you. How did you see that change as the game went on?
You know, I thought, like I said, I think they did a really good job being active with their hands and being physical in some wall-ups and creating, as you mentioned, their length and activity, creating some missed shots and some turnovers. So, you know, give them credit for that. I thought we had some open looks that we just missed, and then there was a stretch where they made some open looks that we didn't make, and that kind of broke the game open a little bit.
You talked about the physicality of the Big Ten, Michigan State, Rutgers tonight. Yeah. Do you have guys that can handle that?
I think we're going to have to get there. We got a lot of young bodies that are thrown out there and that are trying to, I think, realize that for the first time. You know, and I think you know, we're not there yet. You know, we're not there yet. And obviously Kyle being out affects that a little bit. He is a physical body, a live body, but we're just not there yet. But give them credit for how they played.
Coach, I want to ask about Simpson. He had a triple-double, it appears, and may not have had a turnover off the stats in front of you. 36 minutes, no turnovers, and a triple-double. Is this something you can show your kids about how to lead a team and how to put a team in position to win a game?
I think that we'll use our guys and other examples, you know, from guys. I'm not sure we'll use that as a specific example. He's a tremendous, tremendous player. He really is, and deserves a lot of credit for how he impacts winning. I think he just really impacts winning in a lot of ways, and he deserves a lot of credit for that.
Chris, how were you coaching Caleb through the game? It seemed like, obviously he came out, he had a pretty good start, and then it seemed like things just kind of started to slip away bit by bit. How were you trying to coach him and keep him focused and on the right things as that game went on?
You know, I think we're just being positive with him and talking to him about, I thought he did a good job for the most part staying out of foul trouble. He struggled finishing over Teskey, and Teskey's a really good interior defender, a really good ball screen defender. So, listen, that's you know, he struggled scoring over those wall-ups. He's got to be a little more decisive with his moves and figure out other ways to impact the game.
Chris, you talk a lot. You have talked a lot about how your team handles sort of the ebbs and flows within a game, whether the emotion gets too high or whatever. When those moments seem to be happening now, are you attributing that to youth? Like, what are you seeing when, you know, you're missing shots and then it seems to affect your defense, or you get a call against you and it seems to affect something else? Yeah,
you know, I have to look at it. I don't know outside of that kind of physical, the technical situation. I don't know that we had a lot of unpoised, or that's probably not the word to use, but moments that lacked poise. But I have to look at it. But yeah, it is, obviously you're talking about that a whole lot more with a lot of freshmen and sophomores than you would be with a junior, senior, latent team who's been in these environments and kind of knows what to expect. It was a great environment today and a lot of emotion and energy. I think obviously those are just regular conversations you're having with so many guys that have been in this position really for the first time.
What do you say to the guys when you have a moment like that? Technicals in the second half when you have to pull people off and
yeah, I just think, you know, we need to respond better and you know, to make sure that we finish the game, kind of represent ourselves the right way. And I thought we did that. I thought we did that. I mean, again, some of those things are going to happen in the course of a game, but I thought we finished the game.
You knew you were playing a tough opponent, top defense in the Big Ten, and it's been a tough stretch for you recently, opponents you faced. How do you come out of this game? Do you coming off a win and playing well on Saturday, do you come away from this with positives? Do you come away from this feeling like it's another step backward, or just what is your vibe coming out of this game?
You know, I have to look at the tape and see. You know, we certainly need to do some things better. But I thought we did some things well today. I thought we got some exposed in some areas. You know, my overall feeling right now, no more once I have a chance to kind of let this watch film and kind of let it digest a little bit. And I'll know more here in a day or so.
You mentioned how Xavier impacts winning. I wonder what are the things that stick out to you that maybe we don't see or don't show up in a box score?
Tremendous defensively, terrific communicator. Obviously doesn't turn the ball over, makes great decisions with the ball. You know, has made timely shots. You know, finds guys, and their team is content to kind of let him, in a lot of ways, dominate the ball and find guys. And it's a credit to him and the other guys around him.
Caleb struggled a little bit offensively this month. When you look at a game like today where he had 7 points early and then sort of tailed off as the game went on and was involved in the technical later, how difficult has it been to keep his emotions in check and make sure that you have that first 5 minutes Caleb for longer stretches?
Well, I think you got to give Michigan credit for that. I thought he had a good start, but again, he's, you know, to expect that he's going to be able to, you know, he's dealing with big bodies in the Big Ten, and he's a sophomore. He's not quite there yet when it comes to being able to consistently score over guys that are, in some cases, bigger than him. So he's got to find other ways to impact the game. He's got to be an asset on defense and offense. He's got to keep his emotions in check, and that's a continual learning process. And I think he'll continue to grow in that area.